It's finally time to talk about some supplements. What's up everybody, Cody here once again, and this time we are finally going to do a video on a supplement. I decided there's a lot to say about creatine. I've been taking it for a lot of years, so we are going to open up with creatine. This is going to be part one of my series, I guess you could call it. I'm going to do it in a couple parts so it's shorter and a little easier to watch. So today we're going to talk about what creatine is, and then in the coming weeks I'll do part 2 and part 3 for you guys. And as always, before we jump into talking about creatine as a supplement in the fitness industry, and if you're new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below. If you're a returning subscriber, drop a like, drop a comment, let me know what other supplements you guys would like me to do. I'm going to do more supplement videos, I'm going to keep the reviews coming, maybe some other fitness advice, things like that. Let me know what you guys want to see. Alright guys, let's jump into part 1 of creatine. What is creatine? You've probably heard a lot about it, people using it, people that shouldn't be using it, all that good stuff. It helps with lifting. But in simple terms, creatine is just a supplement. You can get it at GNC, Vitamin Shop, online. You can get it for not a lot of money. It is a supplement that generally comes in a powder, a flavored powder, or even capsules sometimes, depending on the brand you get it from. And make no mistake, creatine is not some insane substance somebody discovered that miraculously helps you make insane gains. Creatine is a substance found naturally in muscle, and it's also found in things like beef. So when you eat a steak, a burger, things like that, that has small trace amounts of creatine. And if you ask a website like WebMD, it basically provides energy for muscle contractions, which basically just means it is going to give your muscles more energy, which will then result in more stamina for your lifts. Now, the big question that most people get confused on is, what does creatine do? There are many misconceptions out there. I really don't know who started them all, but most of them are generally false. At least the negative ones are. Again, like I said, creatine is always in your muscles. It's in natural things like beef. The thing here is that supplementing extra creatine can give you the results that I mentioned earlier, which is the more strength and stamina in your lifts. So to recap that, let's say a steak has 1/10 of a gram of creatine. So you'd have to eat a bunch of steaks to get to 5 grams, which is the general recommended amount of supplementing creatine. So instead of eating 1,000,000,000,000 steaks, you're just going to take the creatine supplement to give you that extra creatine to get the results in your muscles, aka the more stamina and the more strength. And creatine isn't going to give you insane gains. Don't expect to take 1 serving of creatine and go and lift 3 times the weight you normally lift in the gym. The best way to describe it is you might feel more amped up during your set. You'll feel a little stronger. Of course, not right away, but once you're supplementing creatine for a little bit, you might notice a little bit of extra strength in your lifts. All the studies show that creatine helps with short periods of activity, aka a set on bench, a set on squat, or even sprints. A lot of sprinters use creatine, and like I said, it's very big in the bodybuilding world. Now, what exactly do I mean by feeling more stamina and strength on the bench? What I mean by that is you're not going to be taking creatine and miraculously lifting more weight. You're going to supplement creatine powder for a little while, and you might notice a few more reps on the same weight. Let's say you're stuck at 8 reps on 225 on the bench. You supplement creatine for a week or 2, you might see 10, even 12 reps on that 225. So again, you're not necessarily magically going up to 250 pounds, you're just doing a few more reps on the weight that you're already pretty strong at. So again, it's not a wonder drug, it's just a regular powdered supplement that can make your reps feel stronger and help you push a couple extra reps. And of course, if you're pushing more reps on that same weight, you are improving faster, aka making more gains. Again, it's not gonna plow you forward into the future, gaining a ton of weight, pushing a ton of weight in the gym, but it is one of those supplements that does help with the little improvements down the road. One thing to also remember with creatine is some of the studies did find that not everybody sees the same results. So that basically means it is possible you could take creatine and not see as many gains from it as your friend feels, or you might not see anything at all. But frankly, everybody I know and met over my years of taking it that I've talked to, they've seen the same positive effects that I have, and like I said, there's been a million studies on it, and most of them have found that it works for people, but in a rare case, it might just not work. Everybody reacts to supplements differently, and that's the most important thing to remember. So if you're going to try creatine, you have to stick with it, try it, and see how it works for you. And again, you should already be working out before you take it, otherwise you're not going to know what is your own strength and what's the creatine helping you out. And one last thing that creatine can do is some minor water retention. And by that I mean your muscles are taking in a little bit of extra water. That's not a bad effect. There's nothing wrong with it as long as you're drinking plenty of water. This can only lead to a couple pounds on the scale, maybe 2 or 3 pounds, maybe 5 max. But yeah, just something to keep in mind. A little bit of water retention, it can have that effect on people. The most important question, you're working out, you're doing everything right, you're eating healthy. Why do people take creatine? Well, we're going to answer that question next. So if you have more energy on your lifts and you're pushing more reps on those lifts, you're basically going to get stronger faster. Again, not a lot faster, but it is just a supplement. It's something to help what you are already doing. So maybe you plateau, maybe you're stuck, maybe you just want something to push through this next level. You throw in the creatine to help you get through that faster than you would with just lifting and diet unsupplemented. And again, make no mistake, it will not happen overnight. It is not the workout nectar of the gods. It is just another supplement. It's fairly inexpensive. It's something you're just going to tack on to your workout to help things progress slightly faster. And as always, the most important thing is to take the supplement according to what the bottle says. Do not go thinking, oh, if 5 grams works great, 10 grams is going to work even better. Don't do that. Taking extra powder is just going to have a harder time on your liver and all that stuff. Take it according to what it says, drink some extra water when taking it, and give it a try, just remembering that the results can vary. Not everybody reacts exactly the same to every supplement. You're going to have to give this your own trial run to really see what it will do for you. But like I said, from my experience, it works. I've been taking it for years. It really helps. Definitely worth giving it a try. And that's really all the info I have for part 1 of creatine for you guys. If you have any questions or anything I missed, let me know down in the comments. I'll be back next week with part 2, which we're going to go over whether or not creatine is safe and whether or not you should be taking it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, subscribe, like the video, drop a comment, let me know what else you guys want to see, whether I missed anything in this video or maybe just to say hi. Thank you guys for watching the video, and tune in Wednesday for another supplement review. Thank you guys.